Hello everyone, welcome to this channel of environmental protection observation. Have you noticed that when you go to Starbucks, the original plastic straws have been replaced by paper straws? Can this really save the oceans and the earth? Today, we will dismantle the truth behind this popular environmental protection action. Starbucks' paper straw policy was born against the backdrop of the global plastic pollution crisis. According to the United Nations Environment Program, more than 11 million tons of plastic waste flows into the ocean every year, most of which comes from disposable plastic products. In response to the environmental protection trend, Starbucks announced in 2018 that it would gradually phase out plastic straws worldwide and switch to paper straws and recyclable cup lids. Starbucks said that this move can reduce the use of 1 billion plastic straws each year, which is equivalent to 2.5 times around the Earth. It has also been written into Starbucks' ESG report as a model of corporate sustainable strategy from the perspective of Sustainable Development Goals. It does meet the UN's SDG 12 Responsible Consumption and Production and SDG 14 Life Below Water. It seems like a win-win thing, right? But if we analyze it more deeply, we will find that this policy is not without controversy. First of all, paper straws do degrade faster under industrial conditions. They can be decomposed in 90 days, while plastic straws may take hundreds of years to decompose. Secondly, as a global brand, Starbucks has triggered a follow-the-trend effect. Brands such as McDonald's and Hatia have also gradually replaced their straws, thus driving the entire industry to transform in a more environmentally friendly direction. But problems also arise. The production of paper straws actually consumes more water and energy than plastic straws. And many paper straws are coated with plastic to make them waterproof, which reduces their degradability. More importantly, straws are only a small part of Starbucks' plastic use. According to its own report, straws only account for a very small proportion of its plastic use, and the largest source is actually plastic cups and lids. This leads to the next question. Is Starbucks simply using its so-called environmentally friendly image to conduct green marketing, which we often call greenwashing? This is a classic case of selective presentation bias. The company loudly promoted the reduction of straws, but avoided mentioning that its packaging and cup lids are still the bulk of disposable plastics. Moreover, according to the assessment, the cost of this policy only accounted for 0.01% of its profits, but it gained huge brand goodwill. Another neglected group is people with disabilities. Paper straws can easily soften and deform, causing great inconvenience to people who rely on straws to drink. Starbucks' alternative solution, the straw-free cup lid, has not disclosed relevant test data. Is it really friendly to everyone? These problems show that although this policy is in the name of environmental protection, there are many blind spots in its implementation. So, how should we view such environmental protection policies? First of all, it is not completely meaningless. Paper straws have reduced plastic pollution to a certain extent, and also aroused public attention to environmental issues. But we should use more critical thinking to look at the problem. Is a policy really effective? Is it more symbolic than substantial? Does it ignore certain groups? Are there hidden costs and side effects? Real sustainable development should not stop at the level of changing materials, but should reduce the use of disposable products from the source. For example, promote reusable cups and straws. Encourage consumers to bring their own containers. Enterprises carry out fundamental innovation in product packaging. Government investment recovery system sets strict standards. Environmental protection has never been just a question of whether to use paper straws, but a structural change. Each of us, every company, and every policy plays a role in this system. So, next time you walk into Starbucks and pick up that paper straw, ask yourself, is this a victory for the environment or just image packaging? Real environmental protection is not about changing straws, but about rethinking our entire consumption pattern. Don't let the greenwashing bubble obscure the green truth. Pay attention to sustainability, starting with every choice. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and forward it. See you next time.